The Giants met with Shedeur Sanders, according to the NFL Insider, and all this has been the Giants met with Shedeur Sanders, according to the NFL Insiders, and according to the NFL Insiders, all this has been coming out more and more. Shedeur gets his number. Let's find out what number he gets. He starts off his pro career off with, and let's talk about it on Going Strong podcast with me, Reese Will. Next. Appreciate y'all joining me. The Browns gave Shedeur his new number, and we got a couple of things to go over. He gave his number. I got an article wanted to show you guys. Browns announced Shedeur Sanders will wear jersey number 12. DeAndre Carter to wear Sanders' signature number 2. Shedeur Sanders missed out on his signature jersey number and will wear number 12 to start off his professional career with the Cleveland Browns this fall. On Tuesday, the Browns released a list of numbers to be worn by their newcomers, revealing the former University of Colorado signal caller will not be wearing his usual number 2. While Sanders has worn the deuce his whole career, number 2 landed uh, with ninth-year wide receiver DeAndre Carter, who arrived in Cleveland this year after a one-year stint on the Chicago Bears practice squad. Carter, whose seniority likely factored into this number selection, has also worn numbers 1, 3, 11, 14, 16, 19, and 82 throughout his career. Sanders, number 2, was retired at Colorado along with Travis Hunter's number 12 before a spring game in April. The Browns noted the rookie will be rocking these numbers throughout the camp and are subject to change before the season. So there you go. Shedeur is going to be wearing number 12. And couple things too, what to expect with this rookie camp. I did some research on that. Um, it says, what can we expect from the rookie mini camp? Um, Basically, I guess, don't blow it out of proportion. This weekend, these rookies, I guess basically it's kind of like an orientation. Um, they kind of want to see the rookies in their uniform. It's not a competitive camp, so they're not going to be going at it, like against each other. Basically, they basically going to be doing like position drills and basically seeing guys take snaps and you know um, sometimes they don't even go 11 on 11. They said they don't even know if they got enough players, but basically it's position drills. And so basically don't blow it out of proportion but it's going to be a lot of uh, media there anyway. But I guess they find out, basically where their meeting rooms are, where they dress, the locker rooms. Like I said, orientation, and Only reason is they saying it's magnified because Shedeur is there. That makes it a bigger deal. But so that's, because I'm thinking in my mind, I'm like, oh, they're gonna go at it, but no, you have to temper our expectations because it's just basically orientation. So get all hyped up. Another thing is with I wanted to show this is as far as like the Giants had met with Shedeur, and that interview everybody's talking about has been coming up more and more. So it's funny. So I was talking to my partner Juice, who sometimes is on here with me, and you might have seen him in a couple of the videos. But the thing about it is so funny that I had talked to him about it when I first heard about it. I said, well, wait a minute. I said, these guys, they tricked him, so my buddy Juice goes, oh man, they do that to all the guys. They do that to all of them. I said, well, okay, well, I guess it's cool, if you go ahead and they put you an install and then tell you to study this install for the interview. Then you come to the interview and they tell you to explain everything, but they basically, tricked you. So when you can't find the mistake, they blaming you. Like, what the hell? This is not my playbook. You know what I'm saying? I'm a rookie. But it's funny that the way they went at him, about that. Now, well, I was watching Nightcap, and Shannon Sharp and Chad Ochocinco was talking about it, and that's where I knew. I said, well, I want to hear somebody, a pro, talk about this. Is this out of the ordinary for somebody that trick somebody? And I know it's done, but you expect a guy not to get mad. That's what's funny about it. So I want you guys to listen to this. I brought up I listened to this on Nightcap last night, and this was funny.
Not to pick me. And Lewis mentioned again.
5th round grade on him. Okay, fine. The Giants sent him plays to install, intentionally put mistakes in. He didn't catch the mistakes. They told him. He got upset that they didn't tell him. Ocho, what's your thoughts?
I mean, listen, I understand teams have to do their just due when it comes to these meetings, these interviews, going over plays and having installs and having quarterbacks go up and explain plays. There are a lot of people, that play the game of football that can go into these meetings and these interviews and ace them. They can point out every mistake. They can do everything right. And you turn on the film, they sorry than the motherfucker. They sorry as hell. Can't play a lick of ball, but they're great. Right. They're great in the film room. They're great.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, you get them guys. Now, we all done play whatever ball. You don't got to play pro ball to understand that. You got your friends or some guys in the neighborhood, or when you was growing up, when you was in high school or whatever. This dude don't have to do nothing, man. He's, just a baller. Don't got to do nothing. I got guys, man, that be drinking, high, go out, will ball you out high. So, as far as like these guys, letting him explain that's what's so funny to me about it. It's like, these guys gonna give him an install. That's crazy. And then put mistakes in it. I'll be mad too. You come into to an interview trying to put your best foot forward, and you gonna put mistakes in it.
And it will come to drawing up plays, but when it's time to play where it actually matters, on game day on Sunday at 1:00, they're horrible. We know what you get with Shedeur when he plays the game of football on Sunday. We watched him do it at Jackson State. We watched him do it in high school. We watched him do it at a a very bad institution and turning that program around in Colorado.
Yep.
So what you telling me about him not knowing and him missing mistakes on something you purposely tried to trip him up on? Okay, he didn't see it. He didn't see it. But I know what I get on the field. Why even play this game? What game are we playing? What are you proving?
That's what I'm saying. Why? Why you put a mistake up there? Okay, I understand. I don't know this is not my playbook. I'm a rookie. Like, so you can show that you know more than me, basically. Like, what is that all about? Like, real, like, my thing is show me something and then be like, well, basically, who do I throw it to? Like, where's, show me basically like a defense. If I'm a quarterback, I know all these defenses by now. Shedeur knows all these defenses, cover two, hooks, all these different defenses. He knows what to look for. Explain it to me like that. Okay, in football terms, Shedeur, where do you throw the ball? What's the hot read? What's the best spot to throw this? Do you throw it over here in this, in this hooks? Do you throw it in double coverage? Do you throw it in the flat? Do you try to go one-on-one deep if you got one-on-one with a guy? Don't try to trick me with some BS. That, to me, that don't even sound right.
Purposely putting mistakes in there. He's a rookie. He's coming in. He's young. Of course he's gonna miss it. Of course he's gonna miss stuff like that. Who wouldn't at the position?
Yeah, that's not his plays. If you'd gave his plays in Colorado and then try to slip that in, because the BP with my position coach in Denver would do that sometimes. And I was like, nah, this is not a 70. This is a 50 protection. 50 protection,
Right.
I'm in blocking. So 70 protection, I'm free to go. So you call a play knowing. No, Ocho, so you saying, why play these games? Why
What
put
are we
the
doing?
mistakes in
Okay,
there?
how about
And see, like you say, Shannon was explaining that was a playbook that he already knew. The coach might throw something in there where, we've been running these plays and I throw a little mistake in there. We've been practicing this stuff. This is something I throw a little, just to make sure your player, just checking him. But don't, like, you just throw an install in and try to embarrass me. I'd be a little pissed too. And this is real quick. This is Joe Johnson. He hoop, for the NBA, Joe Johnson. And this is Joe talking about it right here real quick.
Like, for me, it's like the film shows the poise and patience that he has in the pocket. Although, everybody say, his line wasn't great. I thought he showed tremendous poise and patience.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I feel like his talent will show in in-game situations. You got some guys, man, who are just performers, bro. They just know how to perform. I've seen guys who wasn't great practice players, but man, you put them in the game, they know how to perform. And I feel like,
and that's what I'm saying. Like, you got some guys just ballers, just some guys just, man, they don't need it. Like, they don't need all that, all this and all that. They can just get out there and play, man, and then play at a high level too. And a lot of guys is like that, it's only a few. I mean, really, you think about it. I mean, we got Jordan who practice and Kobe and a lot of these other players, they do all their practice stuff, but you do got guys out there that can just, and coaches hate that. They hate when you got a guy, and I done seen it. I played plenty of sports. They hate when they got a guy who don't need all that and can ball the hell out of the guy who's doing all that. So it's funny to me like that, but
I feel like that's when his talent is show. I think he get his opportunity. I think he'll get in there and he'll get a chance to show what he can do, and his talents will be on display. But I think he's getting a knock for not having the athletic paralysis that his daddy has, or and it's just not who he is as an athlete.
Yeah.
Now, this is my I wanted you to listen to Keyshawn on this, and I'm tie this all together. this is what Keyshawn said. Let's see if I can bring it up on the show Speak.
Yeah.
One thing about the general manager and the way that front office is put together in Cleveland is they're heavy analytic base. It's all analytics. They all so
working well for them. They were 3-14 last year.
there you go, mama. That's the problem. Like, you don't really see the talent. You looking at numbers. That's why I'm scared. I'm like, he probably the best dude, and they talking about, yeah, well, you know, he was 9-9, and you know, just the numbers. And I don't like the analytic game, man. I like to look at a dude and tell whether or not he can play football. And I don't think that those people in that.
See, that's what I'm saying. I like to look at somebody and you can see the eye test. The eyes don't lie. You know, the eye test. A lot of times as I was growing up, I'm like, man, you know, you kind of unsure of what you're looking at. But the more and more I get older, the more and more if it looked like a duck and walked like a duck, it's a goddamn duck. Point blank, period. That's what it is, you know?
That building, Andrew Berry and general manager included, know football like that. I'm just saying. Well, no football. Well, I can look at a dude and go, oh, yeah, he a real cat. Like Shedeur. I can just look at Shedeur and go, oh, that's what I want in the locker room. I want that confidence. I want that. Opposed to, well, the numbers say if he completes it on this, that, 75% of the time, I don't want that. Don't tell me that.
And you hear what he said? I can see that confidence. And you don't try to take a man's confidence from him. His daddy gave him that confidence. Like, that's different, man. When your dad give you that confidence like that, when I hear him speak like, you know, a kid that's been raised not to look down at nobody, man. You know, just to basically look a man in the eye and tell you who I am. Like, I'm him. I'm that guy. You know, I'm not. You don't try to take that from him. His confidence. That's how he get down. That's how he function. That's how he operate. Don't do that, man. I don't like that. I don't like the same thing with I don't know. Maybe I'm way off, but with Serena Williams and dad. He gave his girls confidence. And remember when that interview, he was like, no, you're not going to talk to her like that and take her confidence from her. You're not going to do that. And I was that was the way I love to do it, because I do the same thing with my kids. And you're not going to talk to them down and try to make them like, in that interview with Serena Williams, he tried to make her feel like she was less than, like make her think about maybe question her confidence. And so that's what I'm saying about Shedeur, man. You don't do that with him. He when you see a man got confidence, man, you want that. You want that. You know, you as a quarterback, that's what I want. I want my quarterback like like T.O. I should get a clip. T.O. my quarterback, you know, no, but that's real, man. For real, that's real. I want my quarterback to be confident. And if you got a quarterback that's not confident, then you don't got a winner. And I can tell you that for sure. You get a quarterback with no confidence, you got a quarterback that's a loser. Read some comments. Appreciate y'all joining me. Like I said, I had some technical difficulties. Going live is different, man. It's different. I'm not really good with this, but we hanging. Let me see. Tony said the Giants was wrong for that. Exactly. They tried to put that out there, man, and kind of dogged him on that, man, for real. And that's what the narrative they was using was that interview. And that picture of Brian Daboll, that's the guy that I got right here in the this picture. He put that out there, and like I said, they did that install and tried to embarrass him. Bro, they were there the last 2 years at Colorado U, telling him they were his guy. God got to. Yep, for sure. Appreciate you, Ron. Batman, BJ, Coach Dayball already came out and basically denounced his rumor. Okay, no, I didn't hear that. All right, okay, because I was about to get. Hey man, I'm not playing with him. Okay, so he came out and basically denounced that. Okay, Miss Pamela, I would change the 12 to $2 in my jersey. I like that. I like, and y'all put on where y'all from too. Everybody in in the chat, put down where you guys are from. Like to know where you guys coming from. Like I said, this brand, I'm learning this brand new stuff here. But I like talking to the viewers, man. This is I love this. Saeed Abdur, what's up? You back again? What's up, bro, man? Love it, man. And K Hayes, I thought too was available. I wondered what happened. Yeah, it was available, and then they like I say they came out. That was like an hour ago, so that's brand new hot news right here on the on Browns football talk. That just came out like an hour ago, so I'm on it. Mr. Hillsman, Boog on the Cleveland Sports Show made a lot of sense as to why his interview went bad with certain teams. They had been talking to him for at least a couple of years and made a lot of visits to him. Okay. Yeah, and Boog's the one that for that he put up that when he went to the high school, and he came out, and I had that in the other video where he came out and said, I'm the one, posted that, so I'm learning some of these guys that's around Shedeur. K Hayes, I think the Browns are going to derail him. Hopefully he can learn and move on after his contract expires. Well, I'm hoping that the Browns can he can basically show the Browns his worth as far as being better than and beat these guys out on, at the QB position, and he be that guy, man, for the next 10 years. That's what I'm hoping, because I'm a big Browns fan, man, and I like I say, when the draft first happened, I said I didn't really want Shedeur to come here because I know these guys sometimes don't know what they're doing, man, and I didn't want him to have situation as a quarterback. I see quarterbacks come in and out, man, since Bernie Kosar, and I just didn't want him to have a bad time here in Cleveland, because I like Shedeur, I like Dion, man, I'm a fan of them. So I didn't want, but now he's here, and I'm like, now he's here, so let's get down. You know what I'm saying? Like, they drafted him, he here. Let's get it. Mr. Hillsman. So Boog said it could be also Shedeur felt more comfortable because of the familiarity of and conversations they had over the couple of years they visited. Okay. So he went into a certain interviews not expecting them to act like they hadn't talked to him before. Oh, I see what you're saying. That makes a lot of sense, and that threw him off, right? All right, Abdur, man. You from North Cross, Georgia. I missed that, checking in. You did that last time, man, and I missed that. I didn't understand what that meant, and I went back and looked. I'm like, oh man, he was telling me where he was from. Okay, Georgia. All right, I got people up in Georgia, Augusta, and Atlanta. Miss Pamela from Los Angeles, California. All right, love it. coming in from way, you're a little ways away from us. Nate Edwards, number one of the veteran receivers, took that number 2 old NFL trick that veterans will sell it to him. He has never worn number 2. LOL. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We just did the interview. I mean, we just did. I just read the article, and I thought about that. I'm like, ain't that something? Like, he got to get that number. Everybody tripping about falling over themselves trying to get this number. Jersey sales, and you jump on there just because you're a vet, you're gonna jump on there and get the number. Come on, man, you're trying to be slick. And like I said, we read out the numbers. It was like 1 and whatever, 88 or something, and about 3 other numbers, none of them 2. And this dude probably gonna be here for a cup of coffee. D-Bell says his number doesn't make him great, but 12 is fine until he makes QB. That's what I'm saying, because my son plays for D1 college. He a D tackle, and he normally wears number 8, and this is senior year, and he was in the portal, and he normally wears number 8, and he's gonna wear 15 now because he wanted number 8, but it was already gone, and so now he's gonna wear 15. And that's what the coach said. And I said it to him, like, man, the number doesn't make you great, man. Go out there and do your thing. You're your last year, senior year. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Do you. Don't worry about that number. Shedeur said Browns fan now. That's right, man. Y'all come on. We got plenty of room. We got plenty of room on the wagon. Yep, plenty of room. Now, it was something I wanted to tell you guys. Now, we talked about what was going on. Remember, it's not a competition. This is basically don't blow this out of proportion. It's not a competition. It's just basically an orientation, this mini camp this week. And, it's they just basically find out where the meeting rooms is, they locker room, where they get dressed, where the media area is, and on top of that, they're gonna have like I think they're gonna have where I think they said that we get a chance to listen. Well, everybody has talked, but Shedeur and Dylan. Nobody else, as far as the rookies, have talked. So Dylan Gabriel hasn't talked since Shedeur got drafted. So we get a chance to hear both of them guys talk, probably Friday, and a lot of guys that's gonna be there, some undrafted free agents, and basically, like we said, it's gonna be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And remember, like, media's gonna be there Saturday and Sunday. And remember that Sunday is I think they're gonna do like a dinner or something, maybe a couple meetings, and Sunday's Mother's Day. So that's what's going on with that. And they're talking about the Browns draft, and they talking about this is probably Andrew Berry's best draft. This is his best draft. He has had 5 drafts since he's got there, and basically he's only got, let me read this right, Andrew, he's only had 5 Browns to actually start immediately out of 5 drafts, which is horrible. So, but this draft, it may be 4 guys to start right off the rip. So we got our D tackle Mason Graham. He's going to start. The linebacker Carson Schlesinger going to start. He's the second pick. Quinshawn Junkins out of Ohio State. He's going to start. And then it's possibly that fanning, the tight end is going, when they run a 2 tight end set, going to start. Now, we don't know what's going to happen with Shedeur and Dylan, but it's a possibility that one of them might start. So he might mess around and get about 5 guys to, start. Depends on how they look, in the camps. So we definitely, I'm excited about it, man. I'm excited about it. And let's see, Abdur says Shedeur will have something to tell Travis. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Right, there you go. And he said my media is gonna be crazy. It is, it's gonna be crazy up in there. The media is gonna be on fire, man. It's gonna be all over Sports Center and Fox Sports and everything, man. It's gonna be crazy. And like I said, it's not a competition, but you damn near with it's go. And like I was talking to Juice, my partner, and I was like, man, that kind of messed up that you're a rookie and you come in and you got another rookie and y'all battling. You already have the, but he was like, he thought it was cool. He thought it was like slick. What you guys think? Let me know what you guys think. Would you rather have another rookie that you battling for against a rookie, or would you rather be battling against a old veteran like Flacco, somebody that's on the back nine? Tell me what you guys think. Analytics driven. It's all about analytics. I think he went to Harvard or something. He like a brother. That's why I'm like, I'm trying to ride with him, but like, you need to get out of them statistics, man, and start, you know what I'm saying? Start looking at some film and stop looking at the numbers, man. It's about, it's the eye test. It's like, I proved it's the eye test. Keyshawn, when I bring him up, he says the eye test. You see what Joe Johnson said when I bring him up. He said, look, you got guys that can just go, hey, that's just ballers when it's time to ball. Point blank, period. What Ocho said, same thing, man. It's about straight being a baller. Like, that's what, and to a man, all of them, when they see Shedeur, first thing they say to come out their mouth is, and he's a baller. He's not flustered. And you guys told me that's his nickname, Grown. Like, hey, he looked like it because before I even knew his nickname. Before I even knew his nickname, that's what I said. But first thing I thought was that he was that's the first thing I thought. I don't know what, I'm having some difficulties with this. My camera was acting up. Abdur says, I never heard this much about the Browns since Kozar. Right, there you go. I haven't either, man. The Browns, man, I've been here and ain't heard that much. Prosper, the thing about it is Sanders isn't the only QB that they put through that QB test, so you can't feel sorry for him when other cats can get it right. It can be done. Oh yeah. No, I get it. Lynn Bernard. How you doing, Lynn? If I'm a Warrior, I don't care who's the opposition is. There you go. There you go. 100%. I love it. I love it. Love that mindset. They on some money ball stuff. Right, Abdul. Man, appreciate y'all, joining me. Man, I'll be every day, man. If I can continue to keep finding this, this basically this is like the gift that keeps on giving, man. Like, it's always something to talk about. What now? He didn't open up a whole new for everybody, man. It's like I said. So appreciate y'all, man, and look for the notification bell when I open up another stream. I may come back on later on. I may maybe just tomorrow, but just hit that notification bell so you get notified. And I appreciate all y'all. And we're gonna keep on rocking. Appreciate y'all. Y'all take care. See y'all on the next stream. All right, I will. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We out.